Welcome to Craft Plan Create. Hi my crafty friends, thank you for finding me on YouTube today. My name is Monica, I'm a decorative planner. Today I'm going to be doing some collaging with my Daphnes Diary. This quote says, "Great things can happen when you have the courage to be yourself," and I really love that, but part of being myself is just doing what I want to do in my planner. These are the pages from Daphnes Diary that I'm going to collage. As you can see here, I've already covered some of the pictures up, and I'm going to show you right now. I use the Avery True Block full sheet labels to cover the images, and we'll go over that in a little bit as we go along. I forgot to mention that I will be collaging on my monthly divider and on my currently page. If you would like to see this, go ahead and stick around, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. The first thing I'm going to do to separate these pages from my Daphnes Diary is take this ceramic blade and just run it down the center on each side that I want to cut off. You're going to see here that the blade kind of slipped off to the side. There it is at the bottom, and it's okay because these pages are larger than the surface area I'm going to attach them to, so it'll all work out. Once I remove these pages, the only thing I'm going to do is just fussy cut some of the images out so that I can start building my collage on these pages. Here are all the fussy cut images, and after I cut out all the images I wanted to, I realized that I'm going to have a lot of blank space on these pages, so I needed to look into my stash of resources to see what was available to me. Luckily, I remembered that I had this woodland paper pack. It's a 12 by 12 inch premium quality scrapbook paper. This paper pack has a lot of beautiful pages. If you want to see that, tune in to my Amazon haul. But it just has gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This is a chevron pearlized paper, and I'm trying to get it to flatten out, but it doesn't do it, so I just flip it to the next page. Ultimately, I decided against the chevron pattern and this particular color because I feel like it was too muted. It didn't pop or anything. I remembered when I was flipping through this book that it has this beautiful sage leaf pattern, and I feel like it really complements these two images best, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this for the background of my collage. I wanted to give you all a visual of how big this 12 by 12 paper is in comparison to my monthly divider. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is sized perfectly by first putting down this rolled double-sided tape all around the edges of my monthly divider, and then I'm going to paper clip this scrapbook paper to the sides. Once the scrapbook paper is placed exactly how I want, I'm going to take my scissors and trim off the excess paper. I did not use the double-sided rolled tape on the side where I have my punched holes where my planner page goes into my disc-bound planner. So instead I'm going to use this Tombow Mono double-sided adhesive to get those little spaces. I just want to make sure that this page is really adhered down. I'm going to go ahead and remove the backing off of the double-sided tape. Now I have two sides down for sure. Let's go ahead and remove these paper clips. Again, remove this backing off of the double-sided tape. It was a little tricky to grab. And we're going to set just a part of that down, because if we set it down, we're going to have to rip up this paper just to get the other backing piece off. I just want to make sure that these pages are laid flat, so I'm just going to smooth it down. Do you remember when The Fox and the Hound came out? Probably not if you're really young, but I always thought it was such a cute story that the fox and hound were friends. And in this spread, the fox and this goose are friends. I'm going to go ahead and lay these images down with Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength glue stick, and it should adhere really well because it is a permanent bond glue stick. When I look at this fox image, I want to omit the DD for Daphnes Diary and the page number. I'm going to adhere this off camera, but it'll be glued down when I come back. The next thing I want to include on this page is a little doily up in the right-hand corner. This is one that my mom gave me. I think it's really cute. It's a cream color. It is a paper doily, and I'm just going to attach it down. I trimmed it all off, and as you can see here, I've covered the holes. So I need to get this Happy Planner paper punch to reinsert the disc bound punched holes. The key to this is just using these guide marks and making sure that the paper is inserted all the way and is between the guide mark. And then you're going to press that big giant lever in front of you down. Once that's done, you're going to see the disc hole punches perfectly aligned. Now it's time to work on our currently page. As you can see here, it's pretty plain, but I want to make it extraordinary by layering the rest of this paper. Right now I'm just placing it to see where it would fit best, but I think I'm just going to use it like this and cover up those holes again because we know that we can repunch this out. I'm just going to use my glue stick and adhere this down, trim it off, and I'll be back. Now that that paper is glued down and trimmed up, I'm just going to go ahead and collage in this blank white space. I'm going to use this residual piece of paper with these gorgeous little eucalyptus flowers, and I'll adhere that down. My goal is just to cover up the white space behind my images. Here it is. As you can see, I just left this in the middle blank because I intend on covering it with this little photographic strip of 3 pictures. Full disclosure, I cannot remember what was behind that bottom frame, but of the 3 pictures, the only one that really goes is that top one with the foxes because it matches the other fox on the other side. So I'm going to use this Avery label sticker paper and just use the pencil marks as guides. My key thing is I just want to see the background picture a little bit. I cut this bottom picture frame in the same exact way. That's how I made it. Except for I use these generic scallop scissors for the edges to create a fun look. I bought these off of Amazon. But in all truthfulness, it was kind of a pain in the neck to use those scissors. So what I'm going to do to trim these up is just to use a regular straight pair of scissors. Now that that's all cut out, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the backing and cover up this center image. Before I stick this down, I'm going to use the Kodomaru Pro corner rounder to just round out these corners. I just want to show you my thought process. When I cut this square down, I usually move it around just to see how much of the picture I want showing or where I want this placed. I think I like it here. Actually, before I put that down, I need to adhere this strip of pictures here on this page. And I'm just going to do that with my Tombow Mono double-sided adhesive. When I come back, both of these decorative elements will be attached to this page. Then we can move on to another decorative element. I created another writing space using that very same process, but I'm not going to overlay my boxes here. I'm going to attach this down and I'll trim off the excess. I want to cover the goose with this little flower, and as you can hear, my voice is still going in and out. I'm just going to use a glue stick and attach this to the page. Before I lay it down, I'm definitely going to include this cute little goose queen, and I'm going to use that little goose queen to cover up the goose on the bottom because to me that goose looks dead. But the thing is, it was a creator showing her process and how she made these stuffed animals. I just thought, what an amazing thing to be so passionate about the things that you create, and what a unique creation that she actually makes these. She doesn't sell them, but so cute. Anyway, I cut out this goose, and the goose queen of course has a goose king. But before we get there, I'm just going to use a residual piece of this doily and attach it down. Once this doily is glued down, all I have to do is replace the holes with my Happy Planner Classic Punch. The decorative element I want to place on the center box is this little king goose. He's really cute, and I'm going to attach him down with the Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength glue stick. Now that that's down, I just want to put both of my pages side by side so I can see what other decorative elements they need. I really like the fox on the left page and how it matches the right, but I need to get the month that I covered up. In the Calipa Plan Rainbow Basics Volume 2, she has handwritten out the months of the year, and I'm just going to take this burgundy August sticker and I'm going to place it at the top of my left page. I want it to look like the foxes are staring at the August and reading it. These are the fussy cuts that I have left, and as I look at the page, I really like certain elements like those flowers, but then certain other elements look kind of plain, like this part here, and I definitely want to put this phrase, love at first sight, somewhere on this page. I've been kind of thinking about it because it's the love at first sight is between these two geese. I want to place it somewhere here between them, but I'm still a little undecided. I'm thinking here. I don't want to cover too much of my frame. And I also cut this braided wood piece out of a wreath in a magazine. And I just want to include this little element here at the bottom of the left page. I also cut this very rustic desk out of Daphne's Diary, and I really like it just up here to break up this green space. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and I'll be right back. Now that all this is glued down and trimmed up, I'm really happy with the way this page looks, but now I need to look at my right page and see what, if any, decorative elements are missing, and I really want to include this chandelier. I fussy cut the chandelier from a Daphne's Diary magazine, and I just want to include it here over the doily. I'm attaching this chandelier to the page with the Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength glue stick. The only thing I have left to do is to put these planner pages into my planner. I want to thank all of my subscribers and all of you who are watching. Even if you haven't subscribed, I think it's just so amazing that you found me on the big world of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great week, and until next time, bye!